Yes, okay. Honorable members, I come here today as a humble private citizen and public servant to share with you some of the things that I have found in the parks over the last year and more recently. I'm only going to cover the kind of the more shocking things that I found. So I'll start back at June in 2021 in Walerga Park. That park has a reputation for high needle use. It actually has a nickname called Shoot Up Alley that some of the locals will refer it to as. In June of 2021, I pulled 8 used needles from that site, kind of over the hill, and I pulled out 80 gallons of garbage from an abandoned homeless camp that had been left there. The food had already maggoted over and had flies and everything.
18, is that what you said?
8. 2 weeks later, I returned and I pulled 6 more used needles from Walerga Park. There were also 2 different parties openly smoking large bags of marijuana in the parking lot, and there was a potential prostitution activity going on. I returned to Walerga in April 2022, and I found 6 unused needles, which are over there in that big gulp cup. Maybe they were used and recapped, I don't know, but they were all together in one spot. It was pretty much a drug spot. Someone had used, they took one of the 55-gallon drums, turned it into their temporary little home, packed it with garbage and rotting food, and left their needles. In June of 2021 at Tupelo Park, there was a drug dealer hanging out in a hammock, and there was a user hanging by on a mattress. They were just kind of hanging out, talking together. There was another user who was stumbling towards the fire station and Walmart area. That's where they get their money. He stopped to kind of ask me for money on the way, and then he forgot that he would even ask me that question, and he just stumbled off in that direction. These are the kind of users that we have nowadays in our parks. It's not your traditional needle users who might, hide in the shadows or do it in their own homes.
Mr. Stagg, that was the 2-minute bell, and I know it was hard to hear.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you for your time. So, also at Tupelo Park, that same day, there was a discarded mattress nearby that was soaked with urine, clearly been used. Someone had been staying there. Approximately 25 7-Eleven mega gulp cups, which seems to be a favorite among drug users, discarded in a 50 square foot yard radius. There was 1 needle on the back walking path near where the neighborhood entrance is, used, just right in the open on the walking path. And then there was 1 used needle in the grass, approximately 100 feet from the playground structure, near where the corner is where the sign for Tupelo Park. I went back to that dealer that day with the needle, and I talked to him, and he said that he probably knew who left it there. I asked him to take care of it, and he said he would. This is because in street and gang culture, there's a certain understanding that career criminals try their best not to harm the innocent or those with nothing coming to them. Underneath crime, generally, there's still humanity, but I don't think the people that are visiting these parks share that kind of mutual respect or humanity towards the innocent. The injection user-dealer relationship that is normally kept in check so as to minimize the threat to public safety has overtaken public spaces, such as community parks. And with that, I sympathize with your efforts to try and combat this plague that has attacked all of Sacramento County. Thank you.
Board, any comments on this? Otherwise, Dave, understanding recently did some visitation around the alcohol